Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing another Tea with Nan on a Monday. It's beautiful out there, got the sun shining. It makes a nice change after the weather we've all had here in Cornwall and everywhere all over the country actually. So who is with me today? I'm just wondering, I'm just getting a bit bright there, that's better. So I wonder who's with me to join me for a nice cuppa. I've got a nice little heart cup today, that's lovely. So I hope you're all okay since I was on here last week. I'm waiting for someone to come on so I can give you a nice hug. That's lovely. So how are you all? Today we're going to talk about Let It Go. Just like the song. Just like Let It Go from the Frozen song, you know. Most of you will know that if you've got children. And the children love letting it go, don't they? So I hope you can understand what I'm talking about today. Let it go. Let go of people, situations. Let go of feelings. Let go of things that no longer serve you. Just let it go. You know, we all hold on to things so easily, but get conditioned to do so as well. You know, must try harder, must do more at this relationship, or try harder in that work, or whatever we're doing. It tends to be a lot of energy going into something to try and make it all right again. But sometimes that is not going to work, and you just have to let it go. Situations, the past, quite a lot of my clients, and myself included, have to let go of a lot of the past, the issues that we've had throughout our lives, you know. And so just stopping yourself from reacting for a moment, taking a deep breath and just let it go. And maybe even put that song on. That would be good, wouldn't it? Put the song on, see how you get on with that. It's a good way to step back from a situation so you can see it better. Oh, hi Del, thank you for joining us. You got the very first Monday hug. I'm glad this is okay. I hope you can hear me okay. I've set it up slightly differently. So let me know, Del, if you can't hear it properly. I will have a new phone soon, as we all know. And I'm hoping this phone will behave itself today as we do the Tea with Nan. So what no longer serves you? Is it a feeling? Is it something you no longer want in your life? Is it a situation? Yes, I'm laughing too, Del. My phone has been hilarious lately. So if it does kick me off of here, guys, whatever, let it go. That's a good example, really. I had to let it go a couple of weeks ago and it all went completely wrong. I was trying to do the stuff on my computer, and that wouldn't work either. So I was thinking, oh well, let it go, smile. That was the smile one I did, actually. That was really clever. Carried on smiling through it. So what no longer serves you? You know, is it something you're hanging on to? Is it a feeling about yourself? Is it worry? Is it stress? Are you holding on to it and got so used to holding on to it that you don't even realize you're doing it? Oh, hi Annie, it's lovely you're here, darling. Happy Monday to you, my sweet. It's lovely that you're here. I hope you're wearing your crystals today, by the way. I thought you might like this one. It's an orange citrine, calcite even. I like citrine, but this is calcite. Oh, good morning. Oh, thank you, Annie. But this is a really nice orange one, and I thought of you when I put it on today. I thought, I bet she likes her crystals today. Yeah, crystals are very lovely to wear, aren't they? Mine, a child loves them. So getting back to the subject, rather than the crystals and the calcites, what do we hold on to? We hold on to negative feelings. We hold on to things that bring our emotional and physical energy down. And of course, by the law of attraction, the more we're holding on to, the more we attract more of that into our lives. It's very important that we stop. And for a moment, without any other complicated thoughts, just step back a bit and realize, I need to let this go. I need to detach, because when you detach, you have more clarity, don't you? When you detach, you have more peace of mind. It naturally follows. I'm going to detach. I'm not going to run away from it. I'm just going to step back emotionally, and I'm going to see how it clears, what happens, how it evolves. Stepping back sometimes is the best thing to do, especially I know a lot of clients and friends that have family issues and they try so hard to fix them and support each other. Lovely. But there comes a time that you just have to conserve your energy and sit back from it and let it go. All the injustices that we all have about our past, people that have harmed us, toxic situations. I've had a whole life full of it, so I know how to let go now. But just stepping back from it gives you clarity, gives you the wisdom, the lessons you've learned, which is really important because then we don't attract more of it and we have happier, more fulfilled lives. So what is it we need to think about? Be aware of your thoughts. Have the courage. I put that on my board today. It takes courage to let things go, doesn't it? Oh, hi, Stacey. Happy Monday to you, my sweet. I hope you're well. So it takes courage to let things go because it's a new tool we're using. We're letting things go rather than being proactive, trying to fix it. Don't you agree? So we need to trust ourselves. We need to have the courage and trust that something good will come from letting it go. Just letting it go, have peace of mind in that moment. And I'm not saying put up with situations that are dangerous or not good for you, but for a mental moment, just sit back, breathe, let it go, and then perhaps think of a positive from it, perhaps something you can see a way out of, because you're no longer like a marble in a tin, overthinking the same situation and ordering more of it, of course, but you're rising above it, you're turning it around. And that's something we can all do. And otherwise, we're just pouring our energy into something that it just makes more of the same. So if we're sort of consumed with some negative or some situation or some person in the past or whatever, some relationships maybe. Hi, Val. Thank you for joining us, darling. Happy Monday to you. So the subject today is let it go. Let it go when people are unfair to us or they've misjudged us, or let it go when a situation's been a terrible thing to endure for so long. Just let it go and see where it takes you. I mean, the solution often comes to us when we're in a peaceful place in our mind, and when detachment does heal us. Detaching saves us too, because I know that when I was so involved with trying to change things in family issues or work issues, so pouring all this energy into it. Oh, Linda, you're here. Happy Monday, darling. Pouring all the energy into trying to fix something is sometimes exhausting. And of course, it promotes more feelings of insecurity. Am I doing it right? Control issues, etc. Oh, Susan, you're here as well. So many of you. Thank you for joining us, darling. So we probably try too hard. We put too much energy in. And as a result, as I say, we've become insecure. Have we done it right? Not lack of control. We've become fearful. Things aren't going right. So those things are bad for your body. So if you can step back and breathe. Oh, hi, Susan. Oh, thank you, darling. That's lovely. I like the hug. So don't try too hard. Just sit back a minute, conserve your energy, and think, what do you need to let go of? Be aware of your feelings. Worry. Do I need to let go of worry? Now, people think if they worry that they're going to be more effective, they'll think of a solution. But quite often it leads to more worry and more overthinking. And that can lead to more and more issues whizzing around your head. You don't get any sleep. Your dreams are weird, all those things. So let's just identify it. It would be worry. It would be stress. Maybe it's self-judgment. Oh, that's one I had to do quite a lot of. Self-judgment. Let go. Let it go. Throw it away. Chuck it in a bucket. Some of you will know about that one. Let go of guilt. Let go of all those shame and blame feelings that you've had and carried forward into today from the past. Let go. Let go of guilt. Let go of resentment. Let go of injustice. That's a good one. Yeah. A lot of people think, well, I gave so much to that and I didn't get what I wanted or what I deserved. But, if people don't treat you right, it doesn't mean that you deserve that treatment. It just defines them as people who treat people that way. It isn't really personal. They'll do it to anyone. So it helps to take the sting out of that situation when you realize it's not necessarily personal. It just defines them. So now you've got an understanding and you've got a gift from it and you've got the wisdom from it. And that offers more and more happiness to you. So what else? Self-doubt, insecurity, let go. There's tons more you can think about. Any negative feeling at all that you have to learn to let it go. Because in letting it go, you give it a chance to heal. You have to create a void for it to heal. Otherwise, it's all just too jumbled up in your body and your mind. And if you go back to that song, the Frozen song, Let It Go, it's a fun song to sing. If you just think, well, the cold never bothered me anyway, I'm just going to get on with it. It's a nice thing to think about. And while you're singing that song, you've got power, you've got control. By the law of attraction, you're more likely to have a positive reaction from that, from people around you. You know, you'll attract better situations because of it. Okay, so put that song on and have a bit of a laugh and dance around the kitchen. I'm just going to let it go. It doesn't matter what's happened. Right now is where we have the power. Oh, and thanks, Val, for saying morning to everyone. That's lovely. I like it that you all say good morning to each other on here. So I've got a few things I've written down just to remind us of, you know, why we should be doing that. When we let something go, and for a moment, perhaps we could just breathe and clear our minds and take the tension out of our bodies as we breathe, then everything becomes, all that tension, all that problem becomes much smaller, doesn't it? You know, they say sleep on a problem and you'll feel better in the morning. If you let it go, it's the same principle. You just, oh, no, actually, I could just do that. Why was I stressing about that and worried about that? So you need the courage, you need the trust, you need the intention to let it go. And it's a new tool, so be patient with yourself. You know, you might find those thoughts come back in again. Oh, what about this and what about that? Hold on. Sit back. Let it go. Let the worry go. Let the stress go. Let the pressure go. That's one I hadn't written down. And just be mindful. You know, all the energy you put into perhaps trying to make something work that isn't really for you. And the great glory about that is when you do let it go, you can look back and you can say, well, I composed myself in that situation. I was powerful in that situation. And it didn't bring me down. I was able to find a way out of it. And I'm walking the talk here. I've done this all my life. So when I found I was up against something, stepping back, let it go. I'm not taking it personally. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to make some action towards my positive future that I wish to have. And that's what I'm asking you to do. Sit back. Don't take it personally, but don't take it. So now you can do something about it. Now what is daydream? Daydream the opposite of whatever you need to let go of. So imagine you're no longer worried. See yourself no longer worrying. Oh, Alex, it's nice you're here. Thank you for joining us. Happy Monday. So all those feelings of worry, stress, regret, self-judgment, imagine you detach. You've drawn a line. And now you're going to daydream and draw to you like a magnet all the things that you wish to have in that situation. All the things that are like a miracle. I believe in a miracle. As you say, right, instead of this, I can see myself doing that. And it only takes 17 seconds of you imagining that particular scenario, that feeling, and being in it for you to actually attract more of it into your life. It offers the opportunity to your subconscious. 95% of your subconscious will go, okay, so that's where we're going. And your 5% that we're talking with now will just go, I don't have it, but I'm going to imagine it. Be like a child with an imagination. So people, situations, you know, a lot of people just say, well, I'm really involved with my relationships and they drag me down. And that seems to be the number one, really, for a lot of people. It could be your job, it could be anything. Whatever's taking your energy. Think, how much energy do you put into that? How much worry, how much anxiety is around that? And breathe and let go. Maybe let go from your body, let go from your mind. And find other ways to do that. Meditation can help. That can clear your mind. Sound can help. Put the music on. Go to a sound bath. Anything that will give you that detachment, that peace of mind, let it go. And quite often the solutions are there when you come back from whatever you've chosen to let go with. So looking at my board, yeah, it can make you very tired. I mean, I was always exhausted in my past relationships. And my toxic relationships, bless them, taught me something. I always had a gift from them, maybe low self-worth, or perhaps I had to learn so much about myself and my value, for instance. So I had to learn how to value myself, not to put up with the situation. I was putting far too much emotional charge into those things, thinking, well, I must try harder. It must be me. I must just keep making an effort. But I was exhausted and quite often very ill. So it took my emotional and physical body down. And it's harder. I know it's hard to do when you are, it's hard to let go when you are in a place where you just need to get out of that situation in your mind and you're thinking, you're caught up. in a thinking process that puts you in the same place. You know, by the law of attraction, if you're worried about something, you're going to attract more worry. So breathe, let go. Think about what you can have alternatively as a miracle. If you had a magic wand, what would it be? Well, I'm going to daydream that for some reason I'm going to attract this into my life and this, and whatever this is to you that would bring harmony to you, that would bring you happiness. You don't want to let that go. You want to keep that bit. So your well-being depends upon it. Your yellow, for instance, your solar plexus, I'm wearing a good colour today, but your solar plexus here, that lovely chakra there, will definitely benefit from you letting it go. And so will your crown, because you won't be overthinking. You won't be thinking too much, and you'll feel more in control. This feeling here from the chakras, I mean, if you're not feeling in control and you're feeling fearful, that solar plexus goes down, and we will feel tight, and we will feel some anxiety or some imbalance in that area. So to protect ourselves, we have to let it go. You know, I did write something else here, actually. Let It Be by the Beatles. Yes, I love that song. Let It Be. One of my favourite bits from that is, I think it's after the second verse, I think. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. This is my favourite. There will be an answer. Let it be. Well, why don't you put that song on? Let it be. Let it go. If you let it be, you've got a sense of trust that everything's going to unfold as it should do, that's going to be in your best interest. So for a moment, let it be gives you a feeling of security. And that's going to override the stress and the worry from you being too involved with whatever we're trying to control or put too much effort in, you know. I've got something here I've written down where, you know, like take a bank account, for instance, right? If you keep putting money into a bank account and you've got someone that's with you, a partner, and they're not putting anything in, they just keep taking withdrawals all the time. Very quickly, that account becomes depleted and there's no money. You're the one that's doing all the effort. You're the one that's giving too much energy. And maybe people around you aren't doing that. So there's another reason. Just let it go. You don't need to invest in things that no longer serve you. You actually have a choice. I've got an affirmation I've written down. I let go of what no longer serves me. It took me a lot of courage to do that because I was so emotionally involved. I'd already invested. So the more I invested in a situation or a person or a relationship, the more I felt I had to keep going because I'd already invested. It's a good point. I didn't write on my board, but the investment itself keeps you going. So I let go of what no longer serves me. That's what I had to say to myself. Give myself permission that just to close the account, metaphorically. Close it. I don't need it anymore. That wasn't serving me. And I'm not suggesting you will close your accounts, but I'm saying think about what you put too much energy into. And if you're the one that's doing all the work or putting all the effort into it, then just let go, sit back and think of the opposite of that. What would you like? Let's use the law of attraction. You know, there will be an answer. Let it be. You know, and then just remember not to take it personally. It isn't personal. Quite often people have their own battles that make them treat you badly. And my compassion for other people is huge because of it. I understand if people are feeling terrible inside, anxiety, problems, fear, worry, they're not always going to behave the best version of themselves, are they? And so it's good for us to have compassion and understanding while we're detaching. We're not doing it with any anger. That's another point. If we detach and let it go with anger and resentment, we're just going to attract more of resentment because that's what we're feeling. So draw a line, be compassionate, come back to yourself, support yourself, protect yourself, give yourself that moment of peace. And the answers quite often come to you. You know, when we're peaceful, the answers are there. We know inside what the answers are. The Dalai Lama I put another little thing on my board here. The Dalai Lama quoted, when you lose the lesson, when you lose, don't lose the lesson. I can't read my own writing. When you lose, don't lose the lesson. So when you felt you've lost in a situation or a relationship or whatever, don't lose the lesson. There's always a lesson. There's so many lessons we've learned about ourselves through relationships and situations. So don't lose the lesson. It's really important. And another one to remember, if it is relationships and you let go of something, you know, if you let go of something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. We have to have the courage to let go and see if it comes back. If it comes back, it's ours. It was always meant to be. So trust that part of it. Now, I've got Tea with Nans that support this. Wash your hands of it. That's a really nice one. I love it. Wash away self-judgment. Wash away that bad feeling. Wash away that injustice. That's on the 20th of the 3rd, 23 on the Tea with Nan. So if you go to my website or YouTube, of course, you can find these talks on there. So my website is nancyfinch.co.uk. But wash your hands of it, 20th of the 3rd, 23. You can find them both on YouTube and my website. That teaches you how to detach. Really nice feeling. Offers you the opportunity for you to be released from all that tension. Yeah. Then we've got Rise Above It on the 11th of the 3rd, 24. So you're rising above it. You're just stepping away from it. Another detachment, looking down upon the situation, gives you more clarity, gives you more control. And the last one I'm going to, two more actually. Turn It Around is the 13th of the 11th, 23. With that particular talk, it's how we can turn everything around. I think I introduced the Pollyanna exercise in that one, where you find the positive from a negative. That's going to help give you the courage to keep, detaching and moving forward from things that no longer serve you. So turn it around on the 13th of the 11th, 23 is good for you. And the last one that I added is daydreaming. I'm asking you to daydream today. But daydreaming is on the 24th of the 1st, 22. That's on a Tea with Nan. But daydreaming, if you can just daydream the opposite of whatever is the problem, the issue, the thing that's causing you a lot of tension or pressure or chaos in your life, just think, I'm going to daydream over it. Those 3 talks before go really well. Wash your hands of it, detach from the negative, rise above it, and turn it all around. That's really good for you. Write down the affirmation, I let go of what no longer serves me. Be intentional. It's all about that really, isn't it? If we're intending to move forward from something that's always held us back or kept us in the same place, then we are powerful in that moment. Don't think about what we were yesterday or last minute or whatever. It doesn't matter. The power is in this moment. And at this moment, you decide, I'm going to let it go. Let go of what no longer serves me. I'm going to trust that somehow something good's going to come from it. And I will find the solution, or the solution will present itself. So, lastly but not least, is my power. Power of intention. It'd be good if it was the other way around, wouldn't it? Right, power of intention. I've used this one before. I channel through these lovely symbols. If we use a symbol, then we are detaching again from thinking how. We're just going to put the intention into our subconscious with a symbol. So if you take a breath with me, we're going to start from here and we're going to go round and under. Power, see the P, of intention. It's a bit like gathering that energy and pushing it forward. Power of intention. So I now have the power of intention to let it go, to find the solution, to have good things happen in my life. I have the power intention. You can use that symbol for anything. If you feel there's a lack in your life, have the power of intention to change it. Write it in the air. I have the power of intention. Make a note of it. Put it on your mirror, as I keep saying. Power of intention. So what would you like to intend? What is it you'd like? Do you need to intend to let go of worry, stress, regret? Yes. Self-judgment, guilt, resentment, injustice? Yes. People treat us badly sometimes. Let go. Got the power of intention to heal from that. Use it in any way you like to really bring positive things into your life and help your body, your mind, help yourself to attract more of the good things you wish to feel. It's nice to have that feeling of contentment and peace of mind, and you can help promote that by detachment and giving yourself that just let it go feeling. And perhaps listen to those 2 songs, guys. Let It Be by the Beatles. Yeah, go put that on. It's good fun, especially that second verse. There will be an answer. Let it be. And of course, if you want a bit more fun, go to the Frozen song. The cold never bothered me anyway. Just go to that. And in a way, that's going to liberate you. It's going to give you that freedom, that happiness that you deserve. Okay? Right, that's it from me. Time has marched on. I hope to see you again next week. Thank you for being here. Please share this with everybody. You never know what good you can do for someone else just by sharing this, inspiring them. Okay? Take care, everyone. Lots of love to everyone here. And I'll see you again next week. Bye, everyone. Thanks again. Bye.